Holy crap, I have not talked about Teenage Robot in a minute. Well, I mean, after talking about that show and Undertale in nearly every single video for well over a year, I figured a break was deserved, but that's besides the point. I don't really have any other ideas for a Christmas special, and seeing as how last year's wasn't too themed around Christmas, I figured I should make a more Christmas-themed one this video, so I'm going to be going over the Christmas special from my life as a teenage robot. This is probably going to be a shorter video of mine, but a Christmas special is a Christmas special nonetheless, so without further ado, let's get into it. A Robot for All Seasons is the title of this episode, but we don't see it until after we see the special Christmas intro and even get a nice Christmas remix of the intro song on top of it. We see a robotic Santa delivering gifts to all the kids of Tremerton as he returns to the North Pole, only to reveal it's Jenny. I'm kinda wondering what injury Santa had to be in a body cast on Christmas, but that doesn't stop him from throwing them a special Christmas feast. Sheldon also crushes hard for Jenny, as he always does. We get a Christmas song, which I was not expecting. Not the best of songs, but a good song nonetheless. The Christmas lights with Jenny was a nice touch. Afterwards, Jenny, Tuck, Brad, and Sheldon all go to the mall for great after-Christmas sales. Tuck, obviously, goes for the toys. There's a nice joke by Brad. Jenny sees a boy named Todd Sweeney didn't get a gift, so Jenny looks back to the nice list, and I'm reminded that she can pull a whole-ass TV out of her chest. I can make multiple really bad jokes with that sentence, but I'm not going to. Jenny helps Tuck get the action figure he wants, which causes Todd to ask Jenny if he could have her as a gift, which, don't make that joke. Screw it. I know a lot of people would want Jenny as a gift, and I wouldn't turn that down myself. After bringing her home, Todd makes Jenny his slave. You're just giving me the ammunition at this point episode, and after playing with Todd for a moment, Jenny realizes he has more than enough toys before he reveals he has plans to control Jenny before Jenny gets zapped unconscious. Once she awakens, Jenny sees she's being held captive, escapes, and goes around town before getting herself into a snowball fight which everyone wanted to do to disable Jenny. Jenny escapes and goes home only to see Nora has blueprints for an XJ-10 as she tries to incapacitate Jenny as well, but Jenny escapes again. We get a big chase scene with Jenny and the authorities trying to stop her. Jenny comes across Sheldon as he explains Todd captured Jenny and used her to ruin every major holiday that's come up in the past year. I absolutely loved the wanted poster saying plugged or unplugged. I love attention to detail like that. Jenny goes back to Todd and he explains why he does what he does and that he's going to ruin Christmas with the help of Jenny with or without consent, with or without her say-so. He also reveals that he was the one that incapacitated Santa last year as he takes off, planning to ruin the final holiday he hasn't ruined, Christmas. That would explain why Santa was in a cast at the beginning of the episode. Tuck, Brad, and Nora all get into a big jet to stop Jenny, while Sheldon unsuccessfully persuades them to believe Jenny isn't the culprit as we go back to a Todd making use of a mind-controlled Jenny. That came out wrong. And multiple sentences have come out wrong. Todd reaches the North Pole with a mind-controlled Jenny as the elves attack Jenny. I like how they flung choking hazards at Jenny, that was pretty funny. Despite trying everything, the elves are able to stop Jenny from getting to Santa, but Santa ends up tricking Jenny and even asks if Heat Miser was behind all of this. We get a real nice battle sequence between the two. Come on, Santa, she's just a futuristic, crime-fighting, sentient robot. You got Christmas spirit. That alone makes you the most powerful character in the MCU. That's actually true, by the way, in case you didn't know, look it up. Todd believes he's beaten Santa, so he goes and does the biggest fault villains make: monologuing. Jenny uses this to her advantage and stops Todd as the others show up to see what's happened and realize that Jenny was under control. The episode ends with Todd understanding the true meaning of Christmas and ooh, that's an animation error. It also ends with Sheldon getting a kiss from Jenny, which is again something much of the community would want. Come on, I gotta poke fun at it. Wait, that's not the end? We get a song at the end, as well as a fourth wall break from Tuck? Who thought of this ending? It's so weird and out of place that I unironically like it. So, that's the episode. Ooh, there's even another Christmas-themed remix for the outro. I really like this episode. It's the length of 2 episodes being at 23-24 minutes, yet it doesn't feel like that in any part of the episode whatsoever. I feel it's a good Christmas special that serves a good story as well as staying tied in with the whole show instead of being a complete one-off like a lot of Christmas specials are. It is kind of weird that nobody really tried figuring out if something was wrong with Jenny before she comes across Sheldon, and they don't really go back into an entire year of the show being skipped in this episode. But that's a small little plot hole I'm willing to look over for the sake of the story of this episode. I enjoyed the chase and fight scenes with the different color palettes, Jenny being a different color in different situations, as well as the entire environment is always a nice, warm welcome and is always a joy to look at. Pun not intended. My favorite little attention to detail was the wanted sign saying plugged or unplugged. I thought that was really funny. There's not really any hiccups in this episode except for the whole year being skipped, and again, nobody but Sheldon trying to figure out what's wrong with Jenny and just assuming that she's evil now, but again, that's a small plot hole I'm willing to overlook. It's definitely not the best episode in the series. Oh boy, people are going to be asking me to rank every single episode in this show now, but it's certainly not the worst. I feel it's a great holiday episode that doesn't really force any traditions down your throat, and instead just going for the standard tradition and making a good little story out of it. And that was me going over and reviewing A Robot for All Seasons. Hopefully you guys enjoy this Christmas special more than the one last year. I kinda made a shit Christmas special last year, but the new Matrix movie came out around that time, and Christmas, you can't blame me. Oh, by the way, I saw Resurrections finally last week. I really liked it. Bite me. So what did you guys think of this Christmas special and the Christmas episode for that matter? I know there's quite a few big fans of Teenage Robot just like me watching this episode, and I would love to hear what you guys thought of this special in the comments below. I normally don't say that, but I'm very curious to see what the rest of the community thinks about it, so I'll make an exception for this one video. And with that said and done, I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks to Jen for helping me make this video. A special thanks to 86 for helping me come up with the idea of this video. I wouldn't have made a Christmas special without it. And as always, take care, and have a good one.